The world is watching as Gaza's hospitals crumble, healthcare workers perish, and a nation's cries for justice grow louder. A seismic shift is happening in the medical community, and it's shaking the foundations of global accountability. Are you ready for the truth? This week, the British Medical Association, the UK's leading voice for doctors, made a historic move that's sending shockwaves through the international community. They voted to cut all ties with the Israeli Medical Association, accusing Israel of committing atrocities in Gaza and slamming its leadership for enabling a healthcare catastrophe. This isn't just a policy shift, it's a bold stand against what the BMA calls a deliberate assault on human rights, led by none other than Benjamin Netanyahu's government. Let's break it down. At their annual meeting in Liverpool, UK doctors passed 5 powerful motions with overwhelming support. They condemned Israel's systematic destruction of Gaza's hospitals, the killing of over 1,400 healthcare workers, and the arbitrary detention of medical staff. They pointed to a blockade that's choked off food, water, and medicine, leaving infants and patients in a silent nightmare. The BMA didn't mince words. They labeled these actions as violations of the Geneva Conventions, accusing Israel of collective punishment and war crimes. And they're holding the Israeli Medical Association accountable for staying silent, especially after a chilling 2023 letter where 100 Israeli doctors called for bombing Gaza's hospitals, a call the IMA never denounced. This isn't just about one organization turning a blind eye. It's about a system, backed by Netanyahu, that the BMA says has turned Gaza into a graveyard for healthcare. Over 56,000 lives have been lost, with hospitals like Al-Shifa reduced to rubble. The BMA's motions go further, demanding the Israeli Medical Association be expelled from global forums until it condemns these attacks and upholds medical neutrality. They're also pushing the UK to back international courts investigating these violations, including allegations of Israeli doctors involved in torture. This is a direct challenge to Netanyahu's narrative, which dismisses these accusations as lies, while his government rejects ceasefire talks and ICC warrants against him. But the BMA didn't stop there. They took aim at Palantir, a U.S. tech firm with deep ties to Israel, accusing it of supporting Netanyahu's military machine. The doctors voted to oppose Palantir's controversial role in the UK's National Health Service, citing its pro-Israel stance as a betrayal of medical ethics. This move signals a broader fight, one where UK doctors are saying no to complicity in what they call a genocide. It's a victory for the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, with some calling it the biggest win in 25 years. Why does this matter? Because it's a crack in the armor of impunity. The BMA's stand exposes the human cost of Israel's actions and Netanyahu's refusal to prioritize peace. From drone strikes on civilians carrying flour to cafe bombings killing dozens, the evidence is mounting, and the world's medical community is taking notice. This isn't just about Gaza. It's about holding leaders accountable when they prioritize power over lives. So, what's next? The BMA's boycott is a call to action. It's a demand for justice, for rebuilding Gaza's shattered healthcare system, and for ending the silence of those complicit in this crisis. It's a message to Netanyahu. The world is watching, and the truth can't be buried. Share this story. Join the movement. Demand accountability. Because when doctors stand up to say, enough is enough, it's time for all of us to listen. Let's amplify their voice and keep pushing for a future where no healthcare worker, no patient, no human is left behind.